Welcome to LearningTab, your go-to place for personal growth and useful book summaries. Today, we're looking at a very helpful book, Reach, by Andy Molinsky. This book is more than just words on paper. It's a plan to help you face your fears, a guide to doing things you're scared of, and a map to becoming more confident. But who wrote this great book? It's Andy Molinsky, a famous expert in psychology and human behavior. He spent many years learning about how people behave, and he puts all this knowledge into Reach. This book has great academic insights and useful advice, giving readers a chance to step outside their usual routines. So, are you set to start this journey of learning and growing? Let's explore the deep advice Reach gives for doing things outside our comfort zones. Molinsky teaches us about the idea of the comfort zone. This is a place where we feel safe and like being wrapped up in a big warm blanket. But it also has a downside. The comfort zone is where we use our skills to the max and feel really good about ourselves. But it also stops from growing and becoming better. It's where we avoid hard and new tasks, and where everything stays the same. Molinsky says staying in the comfort zone is our way of avoiding failure, embarrassment, or feeling left out. It's a way of staying safe that goes back to the times of our early ancestors, who knew it was safer to stay in places they knew well. But in today's world, this way of thinking can hold us back. Molinsky tells us that when we don't step outside our comfort zone, we lose chances to learn, grow, and become the best we can be. We end up stuck where we are and can't reach our goals. This doesn't mean the comfort zone is all bad. It gives us security and routine, which are important for our mental health. But, Molinsky warns, we shouldn't let it trap us and stop us from reaching our dreams. Going outside the comfort zone is scary for sure. It's full of unknowns and risks. But it's also where we find out what we're really made of. So, how do we get out of our comfort zone? Molinsky says it starts by knowing that feeling uncomfortable is a normal part of the process. It's about feeling the fear and doing it anyway. As Molinsky points out, our comfort zone often stops us from reaching our best. It's time to escape from this trap and face the unknown and discomfort that come with growing and getting better. Molinsky suggests a simple way to fight our comfort zones called the 3 C's framework. This method includes 3 crucial parts: clarity, conviction, and customization. Let's look at clarity first. Clarity means understanding your fears and worries, and seeing the situation for what it really is. For example, you may be scared of speaking in public, but when you look closer, you find that it's not the speaking that scares you, but the fear of what people will think. By knowing what truly scares you, you can find better ways to deal with it. Then there's conviction. Conviction is about finding a strong reason that pushes you to leave your comfort zone. This reason could be personal, like wanting to improve yourself, or professional, like wanting a promotion at work. When your reasons matter to you, you're more likely to face discomfort and take risks. Lastly, we have customization. This means changing the scary situation so it fits your strengths and likes. Let's go back to the public speaking example. Maybe you feel better when you have a script to follow, or when you ask the audience questions. By changing the situation, you can make it easier and less scary. These 3 C's, clarity, conviction, and customization, don't work alone but together. You need clarity to know your fears, conviction to find the courage to face them, customization to make the process easier. The 3 C's framework is really useful. You can use it whether you're dealing with a hard talk, a tough job at work, or a personal goal that seems too hard. With the 3 C's framework, we can start to leave our comfort zones. So, how does this all play out in real life? Molinsky gives us some interesting stories to explain. Let's look at a few of these stories to understand Molinsky's ideas better. For instance, think about Maria, a top executive who was scared of public speaking. She was good at her job, but the idea of speaking in front of people made her really nervous. Using Molinsky's 3 C's framework, clarity, conviction, and customization, Maria started to face her fear. She understood her fear, believed that she could beat it, and changed her approach to public speaking to match her style. Slowly, Maria stepped out of her comfort zone. Today, she's a popular speaker at work events. Now, think about Sam, a skilled musician who was too shy to show his talent. He loved making music, but was scared of performing in public. Sam used Molinsky's ideas and decided to face his fear. He started with small shows, slowly pushing his boundaries. Today, Sam's music has reached lots of people and he's living his dream. These are just two stories out of many. Each story has a common theme. The task of stepping outside the comfort zone is tough, but definitely worth it. It's about facing our fears and growing from the experience. These stories also show how important being patient and persistent is. Changes don't happen in a day. It's a slow process that needs regular effort and a firm belief in oneself. And while the journey might be full of discomfort and fear, the end is often filled with new confidence and personal growth. Remember, everyone's comfort zone is different. What might be easy for one person could be very hard for another. The key is to figure out your own comfort zone, understand the obstacles that keep you within it, and take small, careful steps to break those boundaries. As these stories demonstrate, stepping out of our comfort zones is not just possible, but it can also bring great rewards. So, how can we use these ideas in our everyday lives? Let's look at some easy tips from Molinsky. First, understand that moving out of your comfort zone isn't a big jump all at once. It's more like small steps that you take regularly. Picture yourself next to a pool. You don't need to jump in straight away. You can start by dipping your toe, then your foot, then slowly go deeper. It's the same when you try something new that feels scary. Next, let's talk about how imagining success can help us. If you imagine yourself doing well in a situation that scares you, it can help you feel less scared and more confident. Then, here's a tip that might surprise you. Don't be scared of failing. Yes, you heard right. When we fail, we often learn a lot from it. It can help us learn how to do better, so don't be scared if you mess up. Remember, it's not about how many times you mess up, but how many times you try again. Another good idea is to find someone who can guide you, like a coach or a mentor. They can give you advice and cheer you on. They can also help you see things from a different viewpoint, to see the whole picture and know how well you're doing. Finally, what we tell ourselves is very important. Use positive words. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," say, "I can do this and I will." Swap "this is too hard" with "I am able and strong." Saying good things about ourselves can really change how we think and make us more. When we try new things, it's normal to face problems. But remember, these problems aren't stopping us. They're like stepping stones. They help us learn, grow, and become a better person. With these easy tips, we can start to push our comfort zones and grow. In the end, Reach is all about growing real, lasting confidence. When we say confidence, we mean feeling sure of yourself, knowing you're good at what you do, and believing that you can do well. But how do you build this kind of strong confidence? Andy Molinsky explains this in his book. He says the secret is to feel uncomfortable on purpose. This might sound strange because we usually try to avoid feeling awkward or uncomfortable, but it's when we decide to step out of our comfort zone on purpose that we really start to grow. When we put ourselves into challenging situations, we're not only seeing and doing new things, but we're also teaching our minds to accept and adapt to change. This makes us stronger and helps lasting confidence. It's important to remember we're not talking about seeking out very risky or dangerous situations. We're talking about spotting those places in our life or work where we feel stuck or scared. It's about taking small and steady steps in these areas, pushing past what we think we can do. And as we face these difficult situations, we start to see a change. We start to realize we can do more than we thought. We learn to tackle problems, adjust to change, and handle tough times with new strength. This kind of confidence really stays with us. It's not short-lived or based on what others think. It's a deep belief in our own abilities that comes from repeatedly stepping out of our comfort zone and doing well. But everyone's journey is different. It's not about comparing yourself to others, but about accepting your own path, your own challenges and your own wins. It's about building a confidence that's real and based on your own growth. By facing discomfort, we can turn it into a source of strength and confidence. So, go ahead, push your limits and watch as your world gets bigger and your confidence grows. So, what did we learn from Reach by Andy Molinsky? Let's make it simple. Firstly, realize that being too comfortable can stop you from learning and growing. Then keep in mind the 3 C's: clarity, conviction, and customization. These are your tools to try new things beyond what you're used to. We've seen from real stories that these ideas, when used, can make amazing changes. Molinsky's easy-to-follow tips give you real steps to beat common problems you might face when trying new things. Regular practice, slow growth, and purposefully trying things that make you uncomfortable are all parts of this. And lastly, don't forget, this journey helps you build lasting confidence and changes discomfort into a power source. Now it's your turn. Tell us about your experiences, your attempts at trying new things. We'd love to hear your stories. Remember, getting comfortable with discomfort is a powerful way to learn and grow. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share. Your participation helps us keep making videos that assist in your journey of self-improvement. If you liked Reach by Andy Molinsky, then we suggest you also read Daring Greatly by Brené Brown and Mindset, The New Psychology of Success by Carol Dweck. These books talk more about bravery, self-belief, and moving out of your comfort zone. We're happy that you chose to spend time with us today, learning from the book Reach. Your path to becoming more confident is a brave one, and we're here to help you. Remember, every time you do something different, you're growing. So keep trying, keep growing, and keep being brave. Look forward to more book summaries and tips for self-improvement here at LearningTab.